Dashiell is going to tell us about the similarities between Judaism and Islam. Do you want
Hello everyone. As you all know, Jews and Muslims have long had strained relations, and many people believe it's impossible for them to get along. In fact, until recently, even I believed that the two religions were very different. But they actually have many similarities, some of which are obvious, while others are very surprising. First of all, both religions believe there is only one God. But more importantly, it is the same God. Jews refer to it as Jehovah, while Muslims refer to it as Allah. Both religions also trace their origins to the prophet Abraham, which means that Jews and Muslims are actually cousins. Speaking of prophets, the two religions share many of them, including Isaiah, Jeremiah, Moses, Noah, Adam, and many more. That's not all. They also have some very similar terms. First of all, Salam Alaikum is an Arabic term that means peace be upon you. However, Shalom Aleichem is a Hebrew term which means the very same thing. Here's another example. Tzedakah is the Jewish concept of charity, and there is an Arabic equivalent called tzedakah. The reason the languages are so similar is because they are both Semitic languages which developed closely to one another in the Middle East. And finally, tikkun olam is a Jewish term which means repairing the world. And the Islamic concept of Islam means the exact same thing. Now that's it for the similar terminology, but we're just getting started. The two religions also have some very similar beliefs. First of all, both believe in some form of heaven and hell. Also, both religions regard Jerusalem as a sacred place. Jews, because it is the location of the Holy Temple, and Muslims because they believe that the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven from Jerusalem's Dome of the Rock. But in my opinion, the most important and interesting thing that both religions have in common is that they both share some very similar rules. First of all, both Jews and Muslims require fasting at various points. Also, both religions require male circumcision. Both command followers to donate a percentage of their wealth to charity. And finally, followers of Judaism and Islam are required to face the direction of a certain city while praying. Jews face Jerusalem while Muslims face Mecca. The reason I believe this is the most important point is because although some people won't take seriously all the religious beliefs, many will follow the rules, even if they aren't religious. For example, when many of us gather today are secular, we are all here to celebrate a B'Nai Mitzvah. Now, in conclusion, both religions have many surprising similarities, and I am absolutely convinced that it is possible for them to get along. In fact, this is particularly relevant at this time, since Muslim people are being widely demonized by certain politicians. And we all know who I'm talking about. Muslims and Jews have fought many wars in the Middle East, but if they stop to think about just how many things they have in common, it's possible that they might choose peace instead of war. For me, it seems like two peoples with so much in common should be able to recognize each other's humanity. Thank you all for listening.